The disruptive effects of the pandemic affects us all. Now we can regroup and regrow in different and sustainable ways. That's the message from one of the many contributors to the installation here at Bethlem Museum of the Mind, The Leaves of the Tree for the Healing of the Nations. Most of the messages we've received this week are very personal in nature. For example, one person writes that the year of the pandemic has changed me. I've had to allow myself to receive support from loved ones in my hour of need. I've had to cut myself more slack as I was unable to make the progress I was hoping for with ongoing health conditions. Another person writes out of concern for people whom they refer to just by initials, and also for museums that have been forced to close due to lockdown. I've been so worried, this person writes, about Friends and GP and MP and Tate Modern and Tate Britain. Included in this week's messages is a story of relying on a partner for support. You are my rock. You remind me every day to walk in the forest, to enjoy every minute with our child. Suddenly, everything seems superfluous, and days repeat when I think it will soon be better. This is our own war, and we will win it together. There's also a story of a person who seems to have found the resources to cope with lockdown within themselves. I grew fearful and stayed in my safe home bubble almost entirely for a year. Yet as I settled, I learnt to treasure more quiet, reflective times, learnt to appreciate little moments of joy, and learnt to connect with my loved ones in different ways. Thank you for all these contributions, but what is your story of the pandemic and the lockdown? Submit a message via the Museum of the Mind's website. It will be transferred to a face mask and added to the installation here and featured in future video updates.